we had actually gone with a plan, and I was so busy with this film that we went with a certain thought ki before the release we just didn't talk too much about the film. We were allowing our units to do the talking. So actually, conversation has started really. We've begun to talk to people only 1 week after the film came out. So anyway, here we are. Hope you're well. This is your house, huh? Behind you.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Chalo, theek hai.
Yeah. It makes sense to talk also because on Brahmastra largely after the release, Ayan, because पिक्चर लोगों ने देखी है. अब यहाँ हम एक ऐसी स्थिति पर पहुंच गए थे, बैन बॉलीवुड, बैन दिस, बैन दिस वन, बैन दैट वन, और आज किसी को भी पूछो तो ज्यादातर, आई एम नॉट सेइंग 100, आई मीन दैट्स नॉट पॉसिबल, बट ज्यादातर लोगों ने हाँ मैंने देखी, और जो लोग नहीं देखी है वो बोलते हैं मुझे एकेडमिक इंटरेस्ट के लिए देखनी है ये पिक्चर, कि मुझे अच्छी लगे नहीं लगे दैट इज लेटर, बट सो यू आर गेटिंग द फुटफॉल्स, एंड नाउ बिफोर you know release the film, I'm sure your heart was in the mouth. Now I want you to tell us that experience. How was it?
Vicky, very honestly, film release होने के पहले मेरा पूरा फोकस एक्चुअली फिल्म को कंप्लीट करने में था, एंड टू गेट इट राइट. I was aware obviously कि there was a lot of noise around me. I was hoping that eventually the film would speak for itself, and if we put it out with really good, positive, pure and humble energy, that people would sense it and they would come and give the film a chance. And so I kept my focus completely as a rule on just making sure that I could do my best in putting the film together. And the film was, at least for me and my team, very difficult to put together as well. We worked really till the last minute at a complete stretch in putting it together. So I cut out the noise and we worked very hard, and my memories of the time of before this film release would eventually be like, I guess, imagine a parent delivering a child, and you're in labor and you're trying to deliver that child. At that point of time, your entire focus is just on managing that delivery and making sure that you get that child out correctly. Now, you can say a lot of things कि वो hospital के अंदर थोड़ा temperature up down था, there was some commotion outside the room, but the entire focus, it really was like that because Brahmastra, we actually finished completing the film for our audiences like 2-3 days before the film had to go out. So a lot of this conversation, actually, as you're asking me, I'm thinking about it. हाँ वो कैसे था? You're asking me about कि कुछ था कि नहीं, what were people saying? But in those days, the whole focus was on the film actually.
Tell me honestly, is it happiness or is it relief right now? Because Brahmastra has got its fair share of acclaim and people are talking about it.
It is a lot of emotions, honestly, Vicky. It's a lot of emotions. Happiness, definitely. Relief, definitely. Learning, definitely. That little feeling that, yeah, okay, there are things we have to do better, definitely. But I would think the greatest emotion that I am feeling is a certain energy about the future. And I think I could sum that up in saying that energy is right now even more focused. When Brahmastra Part 1 was always the first step or the entryway for me to take on this concept of the Astraverse and to really build it. And now that Part 1 has landed, that entire energy and focus that I was saying was on this baby Brahmastra 1, now that baby has become the Astraverse. And so even though I am tired and fatigued from there's also fatigue from, having been through this very long journey, but there is a lot of my mind and energy ticking and thinking about the future. Actually, I just realized I'm home and I'm not well, and I'm wearing a t-shirt which has the Nandi Astra on it, basically, which is part of the film. So this is my focus. Like I am thinking a lot
Yeah.
about
Here
part
I
two,
would like,
Dave, writing, three. That's a lot of where my mind is at.
I would like to actually laud Karan Johar here because of supporting this film. Come on, it's an expensive film. There are no two ways about it. What's the number? There are n number of numbers floating in the market. It's an
Hmm.
expensive film which he backs.
Hmm.
I know you have known for a long time, but how much of credit do you give this to Dharma, for standing thick and thin, despite the budget,
So
despite the certain days when you didn't reshoot, or perhaps there was also a buzz that you were reshooting some scenes because you wanted to get it right, obviously.
oh no, yeah, yeah. Listen, I reshot a couple of scenes, and let me tell you, I reshot some scenes in Wake Up Sid. Since Wake Up Sid, we've been reshooting scenes. Wake
Yeah,
Up Sid, I reshot all of you remember Wake Up Sid?
yeah, yeah.
So
Who doesn't?
basically, in Wake Up Sid, Ranbir's character meets Konkana's character in this party, and there's this huge night where they leave the party and they walk out, and then they go and sit on Marine Drive in Mumbai. Uh, I reshot from my first film, which was not even a very high budget film. I reshot that entire sequence. Uh, and I've reshot on Ye Jawani Hai Diwani also, very honestly. And I think a lot of filmmakers do a little bit of reshooting. So isme kuch, just for our audiences to realize, Raj Kapoor had a very famous saying that films are not shot, they are reshot,
Huh.
and so it's a very normal process of filmmaking that you go in there and you keep fixing your work until you feel it's good.
Huh.
I give Karan and Dharma a lot of credit um, for everything. There's no doubt. They have been absolutely wonderful, emotional, supportive, and and Brahmastra owes a lot to them. At the same time, I have to say, in the same breath that I say it, so that also people understand that Dharma is one of the pillars of the producers on this film. We have other producers on this film as well. We had a very huge support in Namit Malhotra, who is listed as one of the producers and is the owner of uh, Prime Focus, uh, which has done all the visual effects on the film and honestly brought a lot of stake in the game because, the finances of those visual effects are complicated. Obviously, we invested in it, but there is a lot that they did for us because they were producers on the film. So they are one of the key pillars of the film. And really, the financial investment in the film, the true money has come from Star Studios in the film, from Disney
Right.
Star. That is the real financial investment in the film, who were really liable for the money, from rupee 0 to rupee 100. जो भी है अपना. So we have to give them as well that equal amount of credit for actually having taken the financial risk on the film.
Yeah.
So, and I want to go further on record to say if you see the producer credits on the film, there is a woman who has actually run the production for me, whose name is Marika D'Souza, who has, like I have kind of grown up in life, has also grown up and become an individual producer. And she really handled the budget on the film. And then Ranbir, who really did the film at, practically free of cost in order to allow the film to happen, because we needed to invest all the money to make this film, which is why he is also one of the producers on the film. So when you look at the producers of Brahmastra, you see about 5 or 6 pillars. And I think we should give due credit to all these producers for having made Brahmastra happen. One.
Whose idea was it to cast Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, Ranbir, and Alia? Was it all yours?
Yeah, of course it was all mine. It's my movie, Yeah, of course.
Okay. And how much does this help? Yeah, I mean, Ranbir and Alia being in the film, and the chemistry was evident. Of course, you've seen their entire love story happening, growing.
Mhm.
How much does this help? And now she's carrying, and you're so close to them. I want you to talk about them as a couple and as a lead couple in your film as well.
Vicky, so listen, their romance, their personal life love story, at a personal level, because I'm so close to them, what I want to say about it is, at a personal level, I feel so happy about them. They are a wonderful couple. And I
Yeah.
think it's why people also tend to have a good feeling about them because they seem to put out a very nice, positive energy, is what I believe.
Yeah.
Um, definitely perhaps their real life chemistry seeped into the film, and it's helped the film as well. What happened with Kesaria, for example, perhaps they left some impression on it as a real life couple. But what I really really want to talk about is them as individual young artist, actor and stars in this film industry today, and the help that they gave me to make Brahmastra happen. And I could not have done, and we could not have achieved Brahmastra without Ranbir and Alia at the forefront of this effort. You asked me just a few questions ago, how much credit do I give to, let's say, Karan for backing the film? And I told you there are other pillars on the film, other
Yeah,
producer
Naveen
pillars.
Malhotra, yeah.
So there are these producer pillars, Star, Prime
Hotstar.
Focus thing, and ahead of them, and Ranbir as well as a producer. And then I take this entire thing, and right at the forefront, behind the effort that I have made on the film, or standing on my left and right, have been Ranbir and Alia as overall entities on this project with their belief in making this film happen as actors, but also as a support system for me, even dealing with the financial stress on the film, the shooting stress on the film, in being there positive when the film was going through a bunch of delays. You see, in those moments, everybody's glare really falls on you as the director and as the captain of this ship, saying, "Ki, what's going on with this film?" When your lead actors are also in sync and they understand and believe in the project, what it does is it reflects a certain amount of confidence in everybody around you. If they start kind of flipping out, two things start happening. Everybody else starts to lose faith as well. And the second is, a lot of energy can go in dealing with them, because they are big stars and they are the lead actors on the film. You've often must have read reports on lead actors where they've not got along on a particular project, or maybe it's kind of created a challenge for that particular film to survive.
Yeah, actors are broken up on the sets.
Ranbir and Alia, I would tell you, to this day, it's not their role only as actors which has been amazing. It is their involvement in every aspect of this film from the day that this film began. We could not have done what we have done on Brahmastra Part 1 without Ranbir and Alia wholly involved in every aspect of filmmaking on this film.
Let me ask you a very candid question. And many people believe this. It is believed that Ranbir Kapoor is the best actor in the current lot, and Alia is the best actress in the current lot.
Right.
Do you agree or disagree?
No, I'm not going to answer this question head on. I agree. I definitely agree that they are up there as the best actors of this generation, both of them. And there are literally, performances of theirs in their career which stand up there as the best performances. I'm going to answer that by saying that I think they have been at the forefront of giving some of the best performances of our generation. But I do think there are other actors out there as well who have also given the best performances of this generation. Be it Hrithik Roshan in so many films, Ranveer Singh in so many films, some incredible work that has bubbled up from the South, be it Deepika Padukone in Piku and in Chennai Express. And, so I do think that they are at the forefront, but I don't want to write off some of the other incredible work that has also happened in our industry from other really, really good actors.
Definitely not. But this is what is being believed, singularly. And trust me, I want Ranbir to hear this. There has been a filmmaker, I don't want to name him, who has said that he's lucky to be working in this times where Ranbir is around.
No, that's wonderful. Listen, Ranbir's talent has shown bright from the time he entered the movies.
I'm sure he knows. I'm sure he knows if he goes through the internet whom I'm talking about. But do you agree to this?
I agree with it. But again, I will, in the spirit of humility, because Ranbir is so close to me, I know I can say this. It is Ranbir is a wonderful actor, but eventually it is also the particular film, the particular role that allows that talent to shine. And I also think we have certain other actors of equal talent and equal merit in this industry today.
So finally, would you term Brahmastra as a hit?
Oh, most certainly so.
I like the smile you have on your face. Despite having handled such a heavy film, budget-wise, primarily, because budget is one factor,
No, no,
which
absolutely. It was definitely one of the
flow.
challenges we had on this film. So
Mhm.
absolutely.
And thank you so much, Ayan. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much for
Vicky.
this.
Nice to see you after so long.
Thank you so much, and please stay in touch.
Yes, I will. Take care. Bye. Cheers.